crying? Was that moving
so
you
beautiful.
to tears?
It moved me to
Wow,
tears.
thanks.
Moved her to tears.
Wait, where's my... There they are. Thank you. Nice glasses, man.
Thanks.
It's a good look.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
I also
that.
like your hat, too.
That's
You
cool
did
thing.
You did get a lot of new hats.
I did.
That's like you're the captain of the Padres Navy.
Not
That one.
anymore. Not right now.
You're swapping the
They're-
poop
You're
deck?
abandoning ship?
No, I'm not.
No, he does it every season.
I'll go down with them. You know I will.
You know.
I do. I always do.
He does. He goes, and every year he does. He said, every year he
year.
says, I'll go down with this ship, and then every
And
year
then
he
I
does.
do. And I do go down with the ship.
Yeah, that's right. Welcome back, everybody, to What the Podcast. Double intro. Wow. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to What the Podcast. I'm Ryan.
I'm John.
And together we are.
Ryan and John.
Good to see you, pal.
Hey,
You're looking rested.
thank you.
Do you feel rested?
No.
You look, I'll say you do look more rested than you did last week.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I do feel better than I did
Do you
last
think
week.
you're
but
getting
it's
increasing amount of rest?
yeah, it's millimeters of
good.
increase of rest every week. But
It's
yeah,
something.
yeah, it was good. It's a little easier every once in a while. Every once in a while, he's got a rough night, but for the most part, he's getting better.
Love that guy. Big fan.
Huge fan.
Not of his sleeping habits, but you know
No,
everything else.
I made a mistake and I stayed up. I do this a lot where his first sleep window of the night, it's like 9 to 11.
Yeah.
And I'm just not the guy to like go to bed at 9 p.m. So I'm like up on my phone, I'm watching something on Hulu, and then he wakes up at 11 and it's like,
He's
then
like,
the
game
battle
on.
continues. You know, it's like at least an hour of like feeding and then trying to get him back to sleep, and then sometimes you got to wrestle him back to sleep, and then I finally go to bed at 12. But then you can't sustain that when you're up every 3 hours.
No.
You have to sleep when the baby sleeps.
You gotta sleep
That's
when the
what
baby sleeps.
which is what everyone says, and I'm trying.
You'll get there.
It's my brain. It's my
You get there.
ADD brain. I can't turn it off that easy.
You're not a napper.
No, not really. I mean, I can nap, but it takes like a lot for me to get there. You know, I'm not the kind
I
of
get
guy to
that.
fall asleep in my chair, is what I'll say.
On the couch, as always, Cara Tafolla, my lovely
Hello.
wife.
She's already back on her phone.
Cool shirt,
Yeah.
Cara.
Thank you.
You
Can you even
are
see
all
it?
that. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, you've worn it on the
I
show
am.
before.
It is Nick official merch.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And joining us this week, always fresh, never frozen. Oh, is she gonna sneeze on the microphone? Maybe. The lovely Annie Skovmand.
Yeah.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here again.
Again.
Yeah. I feel like I can pretty much sleep anywhere. So maybe if you want to take the day off, John, I can come and
Yeah.
sleep when the baby sleeps. You can not be off, gallivanting.
Great.
And
I
then
love
like
it.
18 years from now, we can do like
Just trade it
a
off.
switchback.
Yeah.
When you have a baby 18 years from now?
No, I mean when this one's fully cooked.
Oh.
I'll be like send it into the world and then. Can you
Fully
believe?
cooked.
Okay, knowing what you know now about being a father, John, can you imagine having twins, not working it out with your wife, and instead sending one of them to live across the world with your wife, and then keeping one, raising them separately, never letting them
Parent trap
know?
situation.
Could you imagine parent trapping your children?
I mean, knowing what I know about having one child,
Yeah.
and then having to have twins in
Let's
the
say
same phase.
Yeah, let's say hypothetically you had two babies.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly that's not the ideal scenario, but imagine having twins as
Yeah.
like a single dad.
You think
or-
that was
or a
reasonable
single
of Dennis
mom.
Quaid?
You think that sometimes maybe he wanted to ship both of them off?
All
Oh.
I can
actually-
say is I understand the feeling sometimes.
Dang,
Late at night,
Dang. You're like, maybe this baby could be like in London right now.
I'm like, well, he doesn't have to live with us, right?
I thought that was going to be way more heartfelt than it was.
No,
I'm
I
not going
couldn't.
to lie.
My real answer is a no. I couldn't imagine.
No,
It's
of
just
course
separating
not.
twins. That sounds awful.
No, that sounds horrible.
it's-
I mean, do you think anyone really considered like a parent trap situation? Or is that
Oh,
just like something that
seems-
happened
Yes.
for a
it seems
movie
very illegal. to me.
Yes. There's a whole study about it.
about people that parent trapped?
Twins raised apart.
That's
Yeah, that was.
horrible.
Didn't the government do it?
Oh,
well, yeah.
no,
Well,
complete-
that was that. Yeah.
Three perfect strangers or
Yeah.
complete strangers?
Yeah. No, I was just listening to a podcast that had a twins expert on it. she spent her whole life researching twins.
Damn.
And that's crazy. I was literally listening to it today. That's crazy. And she talked about multiple times in
Twins.
which they would have like parents would choose to keep one. The first case ever of IVF twins,
Okay.
the mom decided to keep the daughter and got rid of the son. Literally,
Oh.
like willingly was like, no, I just wanted the girl.
Oh, that would make me crash out.
Yeah.
That's
But-
even crazier because you're going through IVF and you're like praying for a kid.
And you get two.
And then you get two, and then you don't want one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a mixed bag right there.
But she was talking about all the psychology of twins, of like how connected are they.
Mm-hmm.
It was super interesting, and she was basically saying like identical twins really are like, there's cases of identical twins being raised completely separately and like surpassing nurture versus nature. Like they drove the same car, they
Dang.
married women with this. There was one case in which they're raised separately. They were in the same career field. They had the same job. They both married a woman named Linda and then divorced Linda and both married women named Betty, all before ever meeting each other.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Linda and Betty.
And then one of them divorced Betty and married a Susan. And the psychologist made some jokes. She's like, and I'm sure the other Betty was getting kind of nervous.
Did you guys ever see the like connections that Abe Lincoln and JFK had to each other? Have you guys ever seen
Lincoln's secretary was named Kennedy.
Yeah.
And Kennedy's secretary was named Lincoln. I just
Wow.
saw some crazy. I love the internet and hate the internet all at the
that?
same
Yeah,
time.
me too.
Because there's some videos out there where I'm like, this is wild that people are watching this and being like, full stop, this is real.
Yes.
And it was an interview of someone saying like, when I was like interviewing for the FBI, they played the Zapruder tape, which is the videotape of JFK being assassinated.
Crazy.
And they said it was a version in which the driver turns around and shoots JFK in the head. And they're like, that's not the right one. They go, this is the original. The one you guys have all
Had
seen
been
is the
doctored.
doctor one. And they're like, and so nothing, nothing makes sense. Everything's not what it seems. And I was like, that's crazy because someone's going to scroll past, watch this person's random story and be like, wow, that's true.
I've been seeing a lot of that on my socials lately. A lot of like just clearly made up things and clearly like AI generated things that everyone's like, yeah, this is, can you believe that's real?
So
It's horrible.
scary.
Have you seen that video? JFK being assassinated?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's crazy.
gnarly.
Yeah. It's gnarly.
What about the
I went on like a tear one day, and I was like, I realized
You're like,
there
I
was
gotta
some
see
things I
that.
hadn't seen, like historic moments, especially
Yeah.
like in that time
I'm gonna
period.
pull it up.
It wasn't like it's not like something you just would come across. Like you'd have to go find it.
yeah.
But I'm like, to be fair, it took a little bit of time for me to find it at the time. I don't know.
It
if
is
it was,
gruesome.
It's pretty gnarly.
Pretty gnarly. There was the first time I really saw it. I didn't see it in movie format. There was I want to say it was a Time magazine or a National Geographic. I want to say it was Time magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Did like on the whatever anniversary of his death, printed it shot for shot,
Oh
the movie in the magazine.
God.
The whole thing shot for shot. And I remember my parents, I don't know if you guys had this. Did you guys have like magazines in the bathroom? My parents had like
Yeah,
a magazine
sure.
rack in the bathroom so you could
Uh-huh.
have 4 phones,
Something to look at.
sit and scroll in your phone.
Right.
It'd be like, you're going to the bathroom. Oh, what are we going to read today? We're going to look at. And it was in the bathroom. And I remember finding it and being like, this is so
Yeah.
gruesome to just have like, hey, something to look at when you're
Yeah.
going number
That's what we
2.
should
The
start-
assassination
that's what we
of our
should start doing
president.
is pulling some of these like gnarly magazine
Magazine.
articles to be
My-
in the bathroom.
My parents also had the like
9/11
photo
headline. Like,
it was like the photo journals of the devastating fires in San Diego, the
my
2003
God.
and 2005 or 7 or whatever. They had those photo journals also in the bathroom for you to look at.
I think it was crazy at the time because like film and like video was like fairly new and not like super accessible. And so the fact that somebody happened to be filming at the time that the president was assassinated and got it like in beautiful living color too. It's like
yeah,
it's like the perfect tracking shot. So it's like that itself. I'm not saying that's like suspicious, but it's
the
just
guy
like
that shot it too is probably some like
He was like a dad.
some guy
Yeah.
that
He's like a dude.
insists on filming
Yes.
everything, and you know at the time everyone's like, it's like it's a lot of money to get that film, like, and he's like, well, it's my hobby, like
he
that
was
guy.
he was probably so vindicated after that. Like
yeah.
See,
now-
I told you, Betty, that this is
Told
going to
you.
be worth it.
It's
See,
gonna
but now
stick
it
around.
feels dumb to not film everything in a moment like that because it costs you nothing to
Yeah.
be other than holding your phone up. But even now with the meta glasses, you could literally record what you see.
I do wonder what the next thing like that is that we're not talking about, like that we kind of scoff at. I mean, it's probably some form of AI something that we're all going like, it's stupid, or this is never, it's not going to be anything. And then 20 years from now, it's like, I don't know. It's hard to like think about a thing being bigger than it is. Like, I don't know, like that, like the internet or videoing all the time.
I think AI is definitely on a track like that
Yeah.
where it's going to be pretty society altering. Like, I think a lot of people are going to look back, and whether it continues to progress further or if it's somehow stifled in some way, I think we'll look back and go like the dawn of AI,
Yeah.
Because I do think like everyone is in fear right now. It's the big running joke, but like genuinely some people are losing their jobs because of AI.
Right.
I think copywriters are one of those things. Like I see a lot of small organizations going, why are we hiring this English major marketing person at this
Right.
much, a year when we could just run our preliminary writings through AI, and then AI makes it sound professional and does the spell correcting, and all that.
I think it is funny that the whole thing when the internet started was like parents telling us like, hey, like don't believe everything you see on the internet. Just because
Yeah.
you see it on the internet doesn't mean it's real. And now it's like, oh my God, can you look at Trump just arrested Obama? Can you look at this video? He just arrested Obama. He threw him in the back of a cop car. Look at this video. It's like, that's obviously not real. It looks
Yeah.
like a Pixar movie. What are you talking
the
about?
AI is so crazy.
Yeah.
Like all the videos we talked about this a couple weeks ago, like
Uh-huh.
all the videos where you're like, and I feel like I go to the comments now when I see something crazy, and I'm like kind of looking for someone to go like,
This is fake.
it's AI. Watch the one piece in the back. It's not real. And you look back and you go, oh yeah, it's not
Yeah,
real.
yeah. Speaking of Donald Trump, he's alive. Very much
Yeah.
alive. For like a whole week, he was
5 days,
maybe
he was
dead.
MIA.
I'll say as of today, September 1st, he was photographed outside the White House.
Yeah, going to play golf.
But he went a whole week without being seen or photographed or anything,
But
which
that's
is
so crazy to me.
crazy.
is I know he's a high profile, political entity, leader of the free world, the whole thing. But I'm like, that guy can't go 5 days without being photographed, and all this, people are assuming he's dead. I would assume he's.
well,
been
we're in the world of film everything all the time,
Well,
right?
I
When
would.
the pizza index went up.
Yeah, and my thought was maybe there's something going on where he can't come out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, if he's in the war room or like figuring out some like the next Osama bin Laden or whatever, it's like you can't peek your head out for that.
People were speculating that maybe he had a stroke or a heart attack and he was getting some medical treatment done.
Sure.
Because the other part that was weird was J.D. Vance made a statement that was like, yeah, if something happened to the president, I would be ready to step in and do the job. Like he said that to the Associated Press or something, and like it was just like weirdly like nobody asked, It was
Don't
like,
you feel like the VP is always kind of like the VP energy is always like,
Not
well,
Joe.
if you need me to come in,
And
if you need
JD
me to come in,
JD
I'll
has
come in.
always had something to prove too.
Oh yeah, JD Vance, you kidding me? He would step over Donald Trump's dead body. I mean,
Yeah,
come on, like
totally.
But I feel like that's all VP energy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because you are second in command, and I don't think there's a lot to. I mean, Annie could answer this, but I don't feel like the VP doesn't have a lot to do. I mean, there's probably things that they have to do, but I'm like. I feel like it's like you're
It's the
literally
designated
understudy.
survivor
You're the
thing,
understudy.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you
For
have
sure.
to know everything. That in the moment that the president dies, aka JFK, it's like you're stepping in to take that role on. You can't learn the president's duties in a mere couple of hours to take over.
Yeah.
You know?
No, certainly not.
No, Dick Cheney actually molded the vice presidency quite a bit. Took a lot more power.
So what is the VP like? What's his main focus? Would you say?
The main focus?
Yeah, for VPs, like what do they
It's
do
almost
outside
kinda
of
like-
stepping in if they need to?
They're in charge of. Oh my gosh, it's the last. I'm gonna say something. It's gonna be like, oh no, it's not true.
It's okay.
Let's just look
Phil
it
will
up.
forgive you.
I'm pretty sure they're in charge of the Navy.
In the Navy.
I think they're the commander in chief of the
in
Navy.
the Navy.
Vice presidency,
Ask
principal
ChatGPT,
advisor.
Annie.
And any tie-breaking vote. Vice President's sole voting powers in the Senate to break any tie. That's cool.
Yeah.
That
And
is
then
true.
electoral count. I could.
But isn't that kind of a problem because he's partied and he's always just going to side with the party that he's on?
Yeah, it's like
You hope that they don't.
that's why they were saying like when it's a gridlock, like even if it's 50-50 when the Senate gets reelected, whichever party's in power in the presidency, VP is like basically has the Senate.
Which is crazy too because it's like just a numbers thing. Like it is literally based on how many people are in the House of Reps. If it's skewed to one party or the other, it's like a non-starter. Like you just get. That's why it's so shocking every time they like cross party lines and like vote a different way because it's like I don't know.
Yeah,
it's broken. It's a broken system. I hate it.
No, yeah, I mean
I want out.
Yeah, I when I was a kid, did you ever as a kid though want to like think about wanting to be president? Like it's very
not
like
even a little bit.
Really?
Never once.
Oh.
No, I think it was more interesting, maybe, but like as soon as I started learning about it, I was like, not.
It certainly does not sound like the moment you start to understand the rule, you're like, yeah, and you look at it too. It's like context clues. Like there's a lot of these guys. I mean, Donald Trump is obviously an exception, but that are like billionaires, and they could easily, if they wanted to, they had the influence to go and win an election. Celebrities do too, you know. Like
sure,
if they're like, it sounds crazy, but if The Rock or if like Will Smith wanted to run for president, they probably could, and they could probably get it. But
that
it's
was
like,
I was gonna say that's kind of the idea behind Arnold Schwarzenegger.
at the same time, it's like,
What about
these
Reagan?
guys-
That was Reagan. He was a movie
but
star.
these guys don't want to.
The
So
actor.
why don't they want to? Because it probably sucks to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
it's the worst job ever.
So I'm like,
Right.
that's the context. Is like, if all these people who could very easily go out and be president on a whim, really, and they don't want to do it, it's probably because it's not worth it.
That's kind of what I think about when I think about Donald Trump. Is I don't actually think he ever wanted to be president. I think he saw it as like a conquest, and he did it obviously, and he did it twice. But I don't, like far and away, he doesn't enjoy the job. Like he likes the parts where he can be on camera, and he likes the parts where he can tell people what to do. But it's like that's not really what it is. He's not like the king, and he's like acting as if it's like, you know, when you're a kid and you want to be president, far and away, it's like, oh, well, I want to make it so that we eat, you know, Sundays in the cafeteria every day.
Yeah.
Like, no, you know, dessert for free and all the fountains have soda in them. It's like, that's, I feel like a child's idea of what the president is.
Yeah.
And it's also like Donald Trump's idea of what the president is.
True.
Is like I have complete immunity and I can go around and like say whatever I want on Twitter and like fly around in my plane and I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. You're
it's
right.
just crazy.
I think in the case of Donald Trump, I think a lot of these guys, Donald Trump was rich for his whole entire life, and I think like he did all the things that money can do. You know what I'm saying? And I think to some degree, there's an angle of the presidency. It's like no amount of money. You do a lot of things that money can't buy.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like you are the leader of the free nation. You know, you are going to meeting all these world leaders, and yeah, it's a stressful job. But to some degree, I think for somebody who has never had to like work a day in their life, I think would look at it and go, well, that seems like a really interesting thing, you know? And, and let's be honest, Trump is, albeit obnoxious in a lot of things, but he's a smart guy. I mean, he certainly knows how to work the system in his favor, you know? And so I'm like, to him, it probably scratches an itch of like, I've done all the things that I can do within the reach of money, but what could I do, you know, that I can't buy kind of thing, an experience I can't buy.
For sure. And like treating it the same way too, like as a business, like, well, we're just going to screw them with the tariffs. If they don't respect us, we're going to, you know, when they go low, we go high. It's like, that's not really, I don't know. But
someone just asked Michelle Obama about that because that was her big thing. She goes, when they go low, we go high. And she was on an interview because she has a podcast with her brother now. So they've been doing like press runs for it. And someone goes, in your famous statement, when they go low, we go high. Do we still have to go high? And she goes, nah. It's like, no, it's okay. If you need to go low, go low.
She's so funny.
She's so funny.
Speaking of tariffs, Oh, it's not.
That's fine.
It's kind of the same.
Okay. You really prepped it.
Australia has ceased all production to America because of the tariffs.
Of anything?
Of anything.
Now, what do we get from Australia?
A ton of
Respectfully?
clothing, a lot of beauty
a lot
products.
of clothing. I have had a lot of brands that I follow.
We'll be okay.
Either say like so sorry to the U.S. and Canadian, and it's Canada too. Canadian citizens. The tariffs are horrible, and the post is ceasing all mail going over
exports.
A lot of bathing suit companies, jewelry companies.
Dang.
But then I had one bathing suit company that's like full Australian, and they posted, they were like, nope, we still have production in our U.S. warehouse.
Oh, right.
So they were smart a long time ago and decided to do a U.S. warehouse at the same time.
Interesting. I mean, yeah, I think we'll be okay. There'll be a lot of, made in Australia stuff. Kangaroo
It's
export.
a lot of
is gonna be
surf
rough.
brands.
Really?
A lot of
Yeah.
surf brands.
But isn't all that stuff kind of coming from like China anyways, or
No.
Indonesia, or all those places
No,
over
most
there?
of them are made in Australia.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
It's hard to
certainly
believe.
it is interesting. I'm not sure, like, I don't know. I think it's so interesting, the world economy and what countries like provide certain things and all that. I'm like, I just like, wouldn't you think as a country, and this is going to sound extremely like not knowledgeable of like the actual
That's
world
fine.
economy,
Let's
but
hear it.
like, don't you think like the goal would be to like make as much as you can in your own country? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it's cheaper because China has child labor, and it's like, but that's obviously like an ethical issue. But
It would, John, you're absolutely right if everybody cared about the country. But the people that are making those things care about making as much money as soon as possible.
That's
and
true.
so it started like in the 70s and the 80s. We were like, this huge tech boom happened, and Japan was like the epicenter of it. And so all these American companies started going, hey, well, let's just, outsource it. They're making it over there. They've got these gigantic factories. They've got the manpower. Let's just outsource all of our So they're just taking jobs from Americans, literally just taking them. Okay, now your job is somewhere else.
crazy.
For decades and decades, and now we're in this like thing where people grew up and they thought they were going to have the American dream, and it's like, no, actually all those things that you were working towards, like, they're in some other country now. And
It's just wild to me because it feels like an ethical loophole to be like, oh, like instead of paying, employing most of this state, whatever, where like a lot of these car manufacturers were, it's like instead of employing people in America to do a job that that they're getting health care, they're getting a livable wage, they're going home, they're having a family. It's like, and we're like, oh, but no, we can send it to China, and well, we don't know what they do over there in China, but they can sell
fractions
it to us
of cents on the dollar.
Yeah, it's like, but I'm like, it seems like, like I said, it's like an ethical loophole. It's like, yeah, but now you're funding the mistreatment of probably so many
slaves,
basically,
in a lot of ways,
and child labor in some degree, and to some degree usually, and it's like, but how are you allowed to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just because it's not in America, you're allowed to pretend like you don't know or you don't care what's going on. It's like,
no, because the people that allow these things, are politicians. They're in the pockets of those people because they're funding them every year. They're like, well, it's also cheaper to just send, hundreds of thousands of dollars to your local congressperson to, vote the way you want. And I don't know, there's thousands of miles of like impoverished country here in the U.S. and people that are like, don't have jobs and just like, living in shanty towns. And it's like, yeah, well, what do they care? They can just outsource all of that to another country.
I know. I was just talking.
It's just a lack of accountability.
I follow this influencer, and I was, when I first started following her, I was like, she's so annoying because she's like, she doesn't buy anything that's not ethically sourced. So she's like, she doesn't buy unethical sourced clothing and like all this stuff. And I'm like, in the beginning, I'm like, this is so annoying because I'm like, okay,
we get
cool,
it.
You're better than us. You know what I'm saying? But she doesn't buy anything off of Amazon because she doesn't want to support Jeff Bezos. Like, it's like all very that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but part of me is like, but like small businesses sell on Amazon. So I'm like,
right.
You don't always know that it's like a big conglomerate when you're buying from Amazon. But, and then now I kind of look at it, I'm like, I get it. Now I don't know that like my one decision to not buy,
Right.
certain things is gonna like shake the.
It's like the recycling thing.
Right.
It's like a lot of people have to do a lot more to help this problem than me.
Right.
But they make it so easy. They make it so
I
easy
know.
for you to go, boop, click. It's coming to my
Yeah.
house tomorrow.
Oh,
Or
for sure.
today. It's gonna be here. Some specialized thing, whatever you
I don't buy
need.
anything on Amazon anymore. I mean, this is how like
Broken.
brainwashed I am.
Yeah.
I don't buy anything on Amazon if it doesn't come the next day
Or today.
or today.
When I see that tag that
Same.
says today
'Cause I
between
know
5
there's
and
one-
10 p.m., I'm like, hell yeah.
Because you find one that's like 2 days, and you're like, nah, I can find the same thing.
You're telling me I have
I
to
know I
wait
can
till
find the same thing.
Thursday to get this item. You're out of your
Ooh,
mind.
Yeah, it could be here tomorrow, actually.
And
I'm
it
just
could be
scroll
and you know
down.
what's crazy?
There's
It could-
100 versions of the same
It could be
thing.
$10 more, and I'm like, tomorrow between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m.
It'll be here before I wake up.
I'll wake up to it at the door.
And it'll be there. I'll get all my packages. And it sucks because
It's
they've got you over a barrel.
Yeah,
Of course
yeah.
you want it tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
That thing that you thought about and you need right now.
I seriously tried to
But a
think of a
child made it.
world where we didn't have Amazon.
Yeah.
Like when I was a early teenager and there was no Amazon,
Yeah.
what did we do?
What were we doing?
We
were
went to
paying
the store.
5 to 7 business days.
$19.95 plus shipping and handling. You had to mail it in.
That's crazy.
You went to the store to get it.
Yeah.
I know.
But there is so many things that I buy that I'm like, what store would you go to get this thing?
Well, it's killing stores too, and that's the other thing too. Is yes, shipping is pretty quick, but there are some things where you have to wait the 2 days.
Yeah.
And it's kind of petty, but when we were in lip sync week, it's like I had forgotten to work on my costume. So Monday night, I was like, this is all going to come in on Thursday. And I'm
Yep.
like, I hope it comes in on Thursday. Nowhere in San Diego where could I have gone to get these items.
Yeah.
Literally, no
Sure.
one would have had it.
Party City just closed. We've talked about that.
Oh, man. Yeah.
There's so many stores that are closed. I mean, Target.
Party City closing was actually
Walmart.
really devastating for me.
I fully agree.
Because I was truly the other day, I was like, oh, I'll go get balloons for someone.
No, you won't.
And I was like, where do I go?
Why would you ever go to Party City when you can go to the dollar store?
No,
for
the
balloons?
Well,
big,
true.
the big, I was going to get their
The
age.
fun foil ones. Yeah.
The two big,
Yeah.
the numbers for their age. I was like,
They don't got
where would
that
I
at
get
the
that? Do I have to?
We got- you
No,
don't have
not to go
helium.
get it blown up.
Oh, to
Helium.
get it blown up.
To just go get the balloons and go to the
I
party.
did
I was
actually
like,
see you.
I
can
don't
get
have that now.
You can get a can of helium at
You can
at the
get
Target.
a can of helium and you have to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Oh,
You could
want
go to
it- you
Party
want
City
some
and say,
schmo doing
I
that for
want
you.
the black
Yes?
2 and the black 6,
Well,
and you
yes.
hand it to me.
You can do
Great.
that at Dollar Tree too.
They had some cool balloons though. They had some cool
They
balloons.
had
at Party
nice
City.
ones. But you know
All
what?
the different characters.
Bonds has some nice ones
And you
too.
know what I thought about too is my
Oh.
kids. I think speaking of kids, my kids will never go to Party City and pick out their Halloween costume. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh!
Wow, where do you even get a Halloween costume these days?
I
Target?
used
Spirit Halloween.
No.
Spirit
Yeah, the
Halloween.
Halloween store.
Yeah.
I used to go when it was a big thing. My parents
Yeah.
would all take us all, and we'd go down the aisles and we'd try to figure out
And
what
the
we wanted.
wall of pictures.
And then
Yeah.
they'd go and get our size, and they'd come back out, and my mom would go try it on. And we'd try, it's like
Yeah.
that's never that's not a thing anymore.
Have you heard the chatter around Spirit Christmas?
Oh yeah.
Spirit Christmas store is coming.
Ugh.
What do you think, John?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Have we gone too far
I-
as a society?
Well, what I'll say is I wonder if Spirit Halloween's holding on for dear life. I mean, I think because I wonder, again, talk about Amazon.
I
You can
think-
get a lot of that Christmas stuff for pennies on the dollar.
I think Spirit Halloween is the last frontier of holding up against Amazon because
think
I do.
so?
I love going in that store.
You know, because
Just for the
they have
experience.
Yeah,
they
for
have
experience.
the upper hand of you don't always have access to it.
For a
Yeah.
limited
You
time
don't,
only.
you don't always get to have it.
You know
Yeah.
what I love? Going into Spirit Halloween on November 1st. Everything
Oh.
slash prices. Every freaking
Awesome.
thing. It's awesome.
We should go on November 1st.
Let's do it. Let's make it. Let's make a day of it.
But so my mother-in-law works at Home Depot, and so they start bringing out all the Halloween animatronics that the yard ones that you can put
your
out.
mother-in-law works at Home Depot.
Yeah.
I
She-
did not know this.
Yeah, she works high up in accounting. It's not like
Oh,
it's
got
not
it,
like
got it, got it.
not like a.
She's
front.
not wearing the orange.
No.
Jib.
In fact, they give you little patches to put on your apron, and when
Awesome.
you for certain when you do something good or whatever. And
course.
she has
Gold
a
star.
stack of them. She doesn't have an apron to wear them on, but she sends me videos of all these animatronics. Which, by the way, these animatronics are getting out of control. They're getting out of control.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Also, where do you store these things outside of Halloween?
I swear people
Giant
have to get
skelly.
a storage unit.
By the way, if I put that in my attic, I'm never going back
It's
to
not
my
coming
attic.
back down.
I'm never going back
Because
to
it
my
could
attic.
scare you. It's scary.
Could you imagine going up with a flashlight like I do in my attic
And seeing a scary
and
witch?
seeing a little scary
Yeah.
witch going, it's like,
Hey, John. It's motion activated. Hey, John. It
No
says your name,
way.
too. Weird.
I just like, what are people doing with that?
I know this is true because you drive around San Diego right now, John,
Yeah.
and this is true about all year round.
Yeah.
Giant skeletons in people's yards.
So we talked about Skelly.
Yes.
Skelly been on the show a couple times.
Yes.
And I just gave,
Chester Skellington.
And I just gave Chester back to you.
Yes.
And Kara was like, throw him away. We'll get another one. I was at Home Goods. A skeleton that size,
$50.
$50.
$50 easily.
You know how much the giant one is at Home Depot?
$250.
Tell me.
$300.
300.
bucks.
300.
Oh, yeah,
$300.
no, not worth it.
$2.99.
We could
Right off.
It's a business expense.
No,
It's
it's
If it's
not.
holding a big
expense.
coffee
It's
cup,
not.
if it's holding
No.
a big coffee cup,
Big
If it's
coffee.
peering over
Nope.
your fence at a little house.
yes,
Yes.
that's
Come
what I'm saying.
on.
Have him crawling over the roof, like
And-
where the
God, the
garage
Home
is,
Depot ones are
with a little sign
terrifying.
that says "Need coffee."
Me without my coffee.
On the giant coffee cup.
Yes.
It's so good.
Yes.
Okay, so when are we
It's
doing it?
content.
When are
No,
we doing
yeah,
it?
tonight.
Let's go
Yeah,
get it.
it's the photo show.
I knew
He's in
people,
my other
I
car.
knew people that were hunting that skeleton down when it first
Oh
came
yeah,
out.
when that came out, it was
You couldn't
a
buy it in
big
stores.
deal.
It was like, whoa, there's a big skeleton in the front yard, and now it's like, oh yeah, it's like having your Christmas lights up all year.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's your giant
Well,
skeleton.
there was someone on TikTok that had one of those, and she like dressed it up for Christmas. She left it up all
Yeah.
year round. I was like, oh, okay, this is.
There's
gonna look
multiple people in our neighborhood
Yeah.
who have kept
Yeah.
theirs year round.
Oh yeah,
because also
them
because
away,
it comes back
guys.
down to you guys live tiny house OB.
tiny house OB.
Where are you putting Giant Skelly?
Yeah,
He's-
where are
yeah.
you
His
putting
head.
that?
I
His
don't
head
have-
could fill his couch.
Annie, it's Point Loma houses that
Yeah.
have them.
Yeah,
It's
well,
not
they,
OB.
and they got the space for it.
My bad. Point Loma House.
No, she's saying the ones in Point Loma
It's
that
the
have
mansion.
them.
Big
Bigger
ones.
They
space.
have the space
giant,
for
giant
it.
houses that have
And
They
the
just
space.
keep it up.
They just
Yeah.
keep
Space
it up.
is just like part of me is like, who has time aside from Christmas decorations? And maybe I'm being a little holiday favoritism,
Yeah.
but I'm like, who has the time to store Halloween decorations?
You do, my
You
man.
shut
You're
your
you're a
mouth.
homeowner now.
No.
So
Shut
you're-
your mouth.
You know
No.
what? This is actually a very
No.
interesting one because you just bought yourself a home.
I'm not doing it.
You're not decorating your house for Christmas?
Well, for Christmas, it's an interesting story. We didn't because we had just moved in last year.
Now, what's the HOA say about putting up Christmas lights?
HOA can-
What's crazy, you definitely didn't decorate
Big
it for
rocks.
Halloween because
Well,
you moved in here on
that-
Halloween.
That's the kind of energy I'm looking for, John. I want you to do it despite. Despite the
HOA.
haters.
It's so funny because when I don't know if I told you the story, but when we were having the baby, my sister was here in and out, like cleaning the house and stocking the fridge. Super nice. So my sister, and my mom did that, and my sister was like coming in, and some guy, he said he was with the HOA, but I don't believe it. He told my sister like, so what's the deal? You guys leave your trash cans out all the time, and my sister's like, oh, sorry, because my sister's like non-confrontational.
She doesn't live here.
And she also doesn't live here, but she didn't say it. She's like, oh, sorry. He's like, oh, okay, well, I just noticed that they're always out. And I'm like, the HOA, by the way, has never said anything to me.
No.
Because also, I'll just say I've lived in two places where the trash cans have to be inside the garage. I'm like, I hate that.
Yeah, horrible.
I absolutely hate it. What are you talking about? I have to store the
My
gross
stinky trash
cans in my garage?
in the garage?
You're out of your mind.
Maybe that'll make you think twice about what you're throwing away. I mean,
yeah,
I
we never
guess.
stored it in our garage. We always had it like on the side yard.
yeah,
I know, but
side
that-
of the house or
And that's why I'm like, I'm not leaving it out in the middle of the street. I'm just tucking them right here at the
Sure,
edge of the garage.
sure.
And people throw their trash away in them when they walk by, which I'm
I
fine
can't
with it.
control that,
I'm cool
but
with that.
whatever.
But I'm just like the HOA. I'm like they don't really care because
Yeah.
the HOA would be sending me a letter. They'd have to send me a letter. But
Well, they'd have to. They
I don't
have
know what
your-
the HOA requirements are on all that stuff. I know you have to get like clearance with like solar panels because you can only use certain solar companies.
I
but-
think you put up some Christmas lights this year.
Oh,
John.
100% I am.
I think you deck it out.
I go all the way up there. I fall off the ladder.
Second
I
tier.
die.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
Worth it.
Worth it.
I told you I'd raise your child for you.
I
so
know,
you
and I know you would.
of course.
But yeah,
Jordan's not going to be happy about that.
I'll do
but
some Christmas decor this year. But
Yeah.
but Halloween, oh come on.
But your wife's not a Halloween person either.
I know, dude. When I met my wife, she was like a non-holiday person. The only holiday she liked was Christmas, and then it was like Valentine. I told you this Valentine's Day thing.
Yeah. I
Initially,
remember
we
it
were
being a big deal.
I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. And then this last year, all of a sudden, she's like, what are we doing for Valentine's Day? I said, what are we doing for Valentine's Day? What? I always got her gifts, but I'm like, we
what?
don't normally like make it a thing, you know?
Well, now it's a thing.
I
Now
do
you're
love-
together, and you're a holiday guy.
I do love Halloween, though. I do think Halloween is very underrated.
Maybe you get a pumpkin, guy.
We should carve pumpkin.
Yes,
We should carve pumpkins.
That's what I'm saying.
We need to make our fall bingo cards.
Oh, that is
Nice.
true.
First day of fall.
That is true,
Pumpkins.
guys. Happy September 1st.
The first day of fall is not today.
Okay.
Yes,
It
This
is.
It is
it's
today.
it's been
It's
a
not
little.
until the harvest moon.
It's been a little
Summer
divisive.
is until the 22nd.
It's been a little divisive
Thank
in
you.
our house because
The last day of summer is
God.
September
What are you
22nd.
holding on to? You want to go to
Yeah.
the beach
Yeah.
a couple more times? Go to
Yeah.
the beach.
Go to the beach.
San
Nobody's
Diego.
Local
saying-
summer people.
nobody's saying you can't go to the beach
I'm having
in
a
fall.
PSL. It is fall.
It
I
is
hate
fall.
to break it
Yeah.
to you.
It is fall.
It's no, it's not.
And you know-
fall.
and
I
you
had
know
a
what
sip
else
of
it is?
PSL
You
today.
know what
I
else it
loved
is?
it.
It's my birthday month, everybody.
Mm.
It's my birthday month. So everybody, I get to decide what season it is. Thank you.
Because when I met you, fall wasn't until after your birthday, but you're letting.
I'm feeling differently about it this year.
You're making an exception.
I'm fast tracking it
Good.
because I think what we all
So what's
could
the deal
use.
with you, Kara? Why are you
I don't know.
summer
Don't-
grumpies
just
here?
don't dig that.
because
up,
I
man.
like summer.
Yeah, but it's
She's
over
more,
now.
just
It's
let her
not
mourn it.
over.
Just let her mourn
It's
it. It is
time to
over.
look
It
forward
is
to
over.
next summer, and when next summer comes, we'll have the same feeling,
We'll have the same conversation.
warm feeling in our hearts.
Yeah.
And we'll know that it's summer, you know. But for now, it's time for fall, and it's almost time for winter.
I saw
know
this
why?
girl break it down on TikTok into like segments of fall, and it was
Love.
like, okay, guys, this is the first 2 weeks of fall. So this is the slow burn. You're getting your decorations out. You're finding making your Pinterest board of your fall decor or your outfits or whatever.
Yeah.
You're making your first soup. It can be like not a
Oh,
full. We're not full
soup.
autumn soup yet. We make maybe some kind of like a light like chicken gnocchi soup or situation like that. We do like
I hadn't
that
considered
chicken
that. You know
gnocchi
what?
soup. Come on, guys.
You know what's crazy about October around here? 4 Halloween costumes for this freaking podcast.
Ooh, let's
4 Halloween costumes.
Let's check the tapes because I think last year we had
We did
5.
We
five.
had
last
5,
year.
but I'm just saying, generally, average, we have about 4.
Guys,
Is it 5?
this year, Halloween
3.
on a Friday.
On a Friday.
We have 5 episodes coming out in the month of October.
No, you guys.
We can do themed like we did
Guys.
last year. Last year we did
No.
That is
themed
true.
ones.
That is true.
I don't think it was as good last year having it be themed.
Annie's
You know what?
phoning it in
Here's-
every year.
here's
at
my
least 3
problem.
weeks.
I felt like I phoned it in more last year with the themes. I feel like I had a harder time.
Here's my problem: is anytime I bring something to the group,
Yeah.
I can see it before I even say it. I can see Annie going,
Annie's.
No, no. Like as if I suggested, like, hey, let's all, poop on the floor right now. No, I don't want to do that.
Well,
God,
your
it's
strongest,
so annoying.
Your strongest year was 2 years ago. You had some really strong ones.
I think my strongest year was
In
the
general.
first. The
Yeah,
first
last
year,
last year was a lot of paper and Sharpie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to go with the
rolling
theme.
I
in
don't
with
think that
when
says
Annie's-
anything about the
when
theme
Annie's rolling
thing.
in with a few pieces of paper and a Sharpie, you know it is
Oh my
phone
God.
in, phone home.
And it sucks too
y'all.
because she'll call me earlier that day and go, okay, so are we still doing the theme thing? I'm like, yeah, we are, Annie. She's like, okay, what was the theme again? Oh,
I
I
think
say it.
Rain.
I'm like,
Here's what I think we should do.
I'm going to get a gun.
one theme.
And shoot
That's
me.
going to be the theme for October is I get a gun and I shoot Annie.
Wait,
one
Annie, get
theme-
your gun. That's perfect. There
one
I am. I
theme-
can just
One
be
week.
me.
You just have to deal with 1 week.
One theme the last week of October is a podcast theme. And then I think we all just go wild for the first 4. Because I do think letting your creativity go is a little fun.
I think not giving any rules is a problem.
No, I.
She
oh,
doesn't-
what? Oh, what? You didn't like when I showed up as Monica Lewinsky?
Yes, you're right.
Oh, what?
When you showed up as crippling depression.
yeah.
Student loan debt? That was so good.
See, they're all like big, high concept think
She
pieces.
loves to sweep-
If we
You've
don't
seen
give her,
my dad.
if we don't give her exactly, that's what I'm saying.
She loves to sweep crippling depression under the rug because even when she did it, she kind of knew
It was
this
wrong.
is
Yeah.
not probably
Yeah.
as
You know
funny
what?
as I thought it was.
It was funny. It was funny, and I was depressed, and it was funny to me. Okay.
Okay.
It was
The
pretty
problem was
good.
the cripple part was probably.
Yeah, I'd say.
But remember when I did a pig in a blanket, and I was Ned Fulmer?
Oh man,
That was
guy.
also pretty niche. You had to jump through a couple of
Funny.
hoops for that one.
Funny.
Funny.
Fall is here, y'all.
Sure.
It's
Okay,
fall, y'all.
Fine. You want to do that, Annie? You want to do
Yeah,
4
let me
think
have- Let me have
pieces?
freedom.
You got it.
Remember,
It's
one time I
fall,
came as a
y'all.
cult leader. That was the year that my theme for myself was beard. Everyone had to have a beard, and then we all did Abe Lincoln.
See, this is the problem. This is what I'm dealing with here. Guys, happy fall. Cara, get on board. It's my birthday month. And as a birthday present to me, you can support us on Patreon. Guys, Patreon is a little website that we use to support this show financially. Secrets out, it is not free to run a podcast.
Nope.
Got to keep the lights on, got to keep the cameras rolling, got to, hosting fees. I'm talking, YouTube is free, obviously, but not everything else is free. So thank you, $4 a month. You can get access to the post show. That is an extra episode of the podcast we record every week as a thank you to our Patreon supporters. So go check that out. Link in the bio.
Guys.
Oh, great job.
Justin Trudeau and Katy Perry are rumored to be dating.
Is that the former Prime Minister of Canada? And Katy Perry, former astronaut?
Yep.
What? Really?
Yes. Yes, they were having a 2-hour dinner date.
That's awesome.
You know who else is rumored to be dating?
Who?
Sydney Sweeney and Scooter Braun.
Oh. Whoa.
Wait, what?
Sydney Sweeney of formerly the Levi's jeans.
Canceled. Well,
Canceled.
not Levi's, Aerie.
And Scooter Braun, former owner and then seller of Taylor Swift's
I don't
catalog.
even want to know those age gaps. That's
got to be big, right?
That age gap's got to be gnarly.
Gnarly gap, bro.
Ugh.
On the couch, as always, Cara Tafolla, Annie the Skovmand. I'm Ryan.
And I'm John.
And we'll see you next week on
What
the
the
Podcast?
Are those the glasses I thrifted?
The one he's wearing?
Yeah.
Those are cats.
Those are cats?
The one he's wearing right now?
They look like the ones I thrifted you.
No.
Like, exactly.
These are cat pinnings.
We love you, cat.
Maybe we have the same ones.